Welcome, Sojourners, to the Women's Leadership Mindset series presented by Teresa K. Page, LLC. My name is Teresa Page. I am your host and looking forward to spending these next few moments with all of you. We have a lot of work to get done on today, but first, allow me to invite you to connect with me by subscribing to my website and YouTube channel. Connect and follow me on LinkedIn, and always feel free to contact me directly via email at teresakpagellc@outlook.com. So what is our goal? Well, as an author, speaker, coach, and mentor, my mission is to help professional women renew their leadership mindset with fresh fire and purpose through the mediums of leadership development and coaching services. However, the Women's Leadership Mindset series is a new initiative intended to spotlight powerful women leaders and how they serve the world through their professions and purpose. So with the goal to help women realize their unfulfilled dreams and re-energize the leaders they always were. This platform is designed to enhance, empower, educate, equalize, and even emancipate, as our special guests share their entrepreneurial stories, provide valuable resources, and guidance in a caring, professional, and impactful manner. So, let's get down to business. Right, so in today's video, it is my pleasure to welcome to my virtual stage Namita Kabilas, marketing consultant and copywriter of Namita Kabilas Marketing from London, UK. Namita is a marketing consultant and videographer and copywriter. She builds successful, profitable, thriving businesses for entrepreneurs by crafting them the right online presence. With over 12 plus years working in the media and film industry, Namita is all about helping entrepreneurs attract their ideal clients, opportunities, and partnerships and increase their profits, moving their businesses forward to the next level simply by changing the way they present themselves and communicate to their target market through all kinds of film and video, social media, and email campaigns in today's rapidly growing digital and visual age. Namita has worked with and grown many businesses from different industries, including fashion, beauty, legal, medical, tech, personal and professional development, education, and lifestyle. So to contact Namita, you can visit her on her website at www.namitakabilas.com. You can also visit her on her Instagram page at www.instagram.com/Namita Kabilas. On LinkedIn, www.linkedin.com, Namita Kabilas, as well as via email, namita@namitakabilas.com. Now we'll bring this information back to you along with Namita's free gift before we go. But we just want to say welcome, Namita. How are you? And welcome to the Women's Leadership Mindset series. How are you doing today?
Hi, Teresa. It's so good to be here, and I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to appear live on the Women's Mindset series, Women's Leadership Mindset series. So it's so good to be here.
Well, it's wonderful to have you, and this is a very special privilege for me because you have been my marketer for some years now. I know
Yes.
we've taken a small hiatus, but you have helped me to develop and to grow over the last couple of years. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we met in the fall of 2021, so we were still
Yes,
in a very
yes.
weird
Good
pandemic
time.
space. So I
Yeah.
believe we originally met in a networking space, if I'm not mistaken. And so our relationship has grown, I think, in a professional and more so in a business point of view. So it's such an honor to have you here, and I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Amazing. Brilliant. Yes, we've made so much progress together since we met. And yeah, looking forward for more opportunities to come between us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go ahead and get into this conversation. So Namita, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, about me, I'm a woman entrepreneur myself. So what I do, I run a marketing consultancy. I'm also a videographer and a copywriter. And I'm all about helping entrepreneurs build successful businesses and brands by crafting them the right online presence. I do this through online campaign creation, like video campaigns, social media campaigns, and copywriting for all online platforms. I also do brand coaching and mentoring as well, giving entrepreneurs the tools, the skills, and resources they need to to sell themselves well to their target audience, so that they build a strong converting online presence that generates opportunities. Also, I'm about helping entrepreneurs bring out their voices, ideas, and concepts, turning them into powerful messages and presences that connect and engage with others and create impact and change, and helping entrepreneurs create their own legacy for years to come, for others to look at. Because as an entrepreneur, I believe you are your own leader, you are your own legacy creator from your passions and skills. So, and that's what I'm all about, specializing in video, social media, content writing, and brand consulting. I help entrepreneurs just bring out their fullest selves and present themselves in the right way.
Well, that's amazing, Namita. I love that. The word that you just used, legacy creators. That is
Yes.
wonderful, and that's exactly what entrepreneurs are working to do, is being able, or at least I hope that's what they're working to do. I know that's one of my goals,
Yeah.
is to establish a legacy, to leave something behind in the earth long after I'm gone, as well as to be able to create generational wealth. So tell me, Namita, how do you acquire, or how do you connect with legacy creators that are able to help enhance their online presence?
But how I connect with other entrepreneurs and legacy creators out there, how I do this is it's simply all about networking and connecting. I thrive on networking, and I do a lot of this online as well as in person. I feel online opens up so many doors compared to in person. It opens up 4 to 10 times as many opportunities compared to online in your local area. Um, I like to connect with entrepreneurs worldwide as well as within the UK. So I like to attend many networkings targeted for entrepreneurs, and also using social media. It's such an essential tool today that can open you doors to connections, to customers, to clients, to partnerships. The possibilities are huge. Um, and I myself, I've created partnerships and made clients and sales through social media myself. Um, I'm always curious and always like to get to know people who I meet, more about their purpose as well, and then from that see how I can serve them, how I can help them reach their goals, how I can help them be seen, heard, and remembered, and create impact that will not just change their businesses but also change their lives. Um, so for me, I like to connect both in person and mostly online, whether it's through Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook or even networking events worldwide. So for me, I don't just restrict myself to one place. I like to connect globally. Um, for me, I believe distance is not a barrier for us to achieve great things together. So,
Yes, that's absolutely amazing. And technology has definitely done that. It's reduced a lot of barriers, so that we are able to do business. I'm here in the States, in the Southeast way
Yeah.
in the UK, but that hasn't disturbed our way of being able to do business.
Yeah.
And we have engaged mostly on the LinkedIn platform. Now, I'm gonna throw you a curveball of a question, Namita, because right here in the States, and I know that you have clients here in the States, right now, one of the challenges, or there seems to be an upset, so to speak, because our Congress is looking at some components as far as divesting with TikTok, as far as from
Mm.
the China government, and looking at ways to divest from that. But a lot of the content creators that are online, they specifically use TikTok to grow their businesses. They are very nervous about that, and may not
Mm.
have already established relationships on other platforms. Maybe they may not be so diverse as far as Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or other types of platforms. What would you say to those?
Yeah.
And if you could think about that for a second, what would you say to those, especially for your clients here in the States who have heavily depended upon TikTok to build this business? If for some reason that TikTok goes away, how would
Yeah.
you encourage those particular customers to be able to be agile enough to shift very quickly without losing their following and without seeing a dip in their business? What, from your point of view, what kind of guidance would you give?
Yeah. So for those purely relying on TikTok, for instance, what I would do is to keep my advice is to keep your options open. Don't solely rely on one platform to sell yourself and create your community. Um, because yes, if TikTok goes down, where else are you going to go to? What other alternative platform can you use to build a community, to continue creating your legacy, to continue creating an impact? Um, so my advice would be to have an alternative channel, open up your possibilities. For instance, if you're more, so TikTok is more video content, it's more for video creators. Why not try Instagram as an alternative, or YouTube? Um, Instagram is an excellent platform because it allows you to create your own video channel with the use of Reels, Instagram Reels. Gives us the opportunity to create short videos. So that's a great alternative there. So I feel the more more options that you have, the more doors, more possibilities you will have to grow and reach a wider audience. And if you already have build strong trust and connection with your audience on TikTok, then you can always promote yourself on other channels, cross promote, let them know that you are on Instagram, you're on YouTube or Facebook, so that they can follow you and connect with you there. So I say have a backup, have an alternative. Use Instagram, use Facebook, whichever you feel comfortable. Or if you're a business owner, find the platform, an alternative platform that matches the nature of your business and where your audience will most likely go. So
Well, that's
have,
wonderful.
yeah, always have options open. Don't rely on one channel to sell yourself.
Yes, I love that, having some diversity as far as being able to build relationships with other audiences. You mentioned something about the importance of building trust, and I would like to believe that if the inevitable happens here, or something out of whack happens here, that those content creators have established a type of trust where their followers don't mind going to wherever it is that they go. And so that trust component is very important. And I think that leads us into our next part of our discussion is trust. So I know here in the South, in the US, it's always been said that people love to work with people that they know, that they like, and that they trust. So how do you establish trust, and not just trust, but authentic trust with your clients? How do you go about doing so?
Yeah. So one way I like to build trust is it's regular communication with your clients. Um, be open to receiving well, be open to asking questions. If they're having any issues, just reassure them, just making sure that you're just, if they need any support, you're here. Um, and yeah, I've it's all about communication, just keeping it consistent rather than speaking just once a month with your clients. I like to regularly communicate with my clients once a week, or unless they have major urgent issues or something they want to share, then I'm very much open to connect and have conversations. Um, because your client matters. When you run a business, it's all about your clients, and you do what's best to serve them in the best way possible. And it's part of building a good customer service, a good service of your business. So one way I like to build trust is keeping the communication consistent, um, keep being open to just asking questions, have a curious mind, um, and be intrigued by what they do. Um, be open to solutions, offering solutions, how they can perform better. Um, offer any advice you may want to give them. So I feel it's just keeping connection, conversations consistent, and that's where you build trust. The more consistent you are, the more trust you build, and that's the same thing with marketing as well. The same thing with social media marketing. The more trust you build with your audience, the more trust, the more conversations you build with them, the more you engage with them, the more trust they'll build with you. They'll have in you. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
I
it's
could
all
definitely testify to your belief in communication. I mean, just what we have established, even in our working relationship, I've always appreciated having your voice close by, even though we did have certain scheduled meetings in between campaigns. It
yeah,
was, I love the idea of being able to just shoot you a quick message, whether it was in LinkedIn, and you just acknowledging that you've seen my message, or to say, well, Teresa, I'll follow up with you here, or thank you for communicating. I'll see this and I'll get back with you. And it was fairly on the spot. There was no more. I don't even recall it ever being more than 24 hours before you have said something or responded back to something that I've shared with you along the way. So I can definitely testify that communication is key, and it has helped establish that trust as far as in the work that I'm doing. So I just want to say thank you so much for creating that environment. And I'm almost sure that your other clients can would say thank you for doing that as well. So thank you so much for that. So building that communication is key for building trust with your clients. That's awesome. So let's move forward. Now, Namita, I know that entrepreneurship is we in a lot of ways we do paint it to be a glamorous endeavor, but we also know that it's not sexy all the time. That
yeah,
it
yeah.
can be kind
I
of
agree.
bumpy along the way.
I agree.
um, Absolutely, absolutely. So I would say, could you share with us either a funny or an intense behind the scenes adventure that you have experienced in your 12 years of business? Um, can you share with us, take us behind the scenes, something that was either funny that you were able to overcome, or some just really intense experience that you've experienced since you've been in business?
Yeah, so I had some intense moments in my career. Um, I did had a very challenging client who constantly wants to receive every single update every single day, every moment of the day. But for me, it's like, she messaged me like 3 times a day for updates on posts and on the campaigns. Um, but I've learned a lesson. It's more for me. It's like setting boundaries. So I've learned a lot of lessons on my entrepreneurial journey, and one of them was creating boundaries with my clients, setting my boundaries in terms of office hours and when I'm available for conversations and when I'm not. Um, I didn't make that clear, and without those boundaries, I allowed this client to message me even in the evenings and expect a response. And so I had to be firm on when my times are, when my working days are, um, and also, yeah, getting my working conditions straight as well, um, and make it clear in agreements too. So this was earlier in my career. It and since that, I've got I've got coaching. I've received business coaching from a good coach of mine, and she really helped me restructured my business and and my agreements. And I've learned so much. I learned so much from her. I feel the support of others really helped me overcome challenges so that I'm able to perform better and perform business much more effectively and fruitful, to deliver the results I want and create a business that I love. Um, so for me, yeah, I didn't have boundaries, and I just ended up over giving,
Yeah.
giving too much. That's it. Giving too much and just draining myself, working till 8 in the evening at times. It was very tiring. Um, so that's also one of the challenges of entrepreneurship is, yes, it's great to be your own boss, but yeah, you fall into that trap of blurring your work-life balance. And that happened with me. And I felt drained and tired every day. I was serving my clients from morning to evening. So I was over giving too much. And I had to seek advice, get a coach, and it was a good investment for me. I straightened my whole structure out, and all is well from there. Um, so yeah, there were intense times I overcame, but it made me stronger. All these challenges, all those lessons learned, it's made me a much stronger leader. I am. I'm today. Um, if we don't go through these challenges, who knows? It doesn't. We feel like it's flat.
Yeah.
I feel those lessons really help us become better. Yeah.
Well, I agree, and setting those boundaries is really important. And I think what I really loved about what you said is that even at being your own boss as an entrepreneur, you were still able to reach out and to seek guidance in an effort to be able to build your business. And like you said, to build a business that you love and that you enjoy. So speaking of leadership, this is the Women's Leadership Mindset series. And so one of the things is that I believe that every woman is a leader. And I believe that we also have a controlling influence, whether it's over a particular domain, over a particular cause, a people, a region, or a territory. So, how would you describe yourself as a leader? What kind of leader are you?
So I describe myself as a creative, uh, open-minded, goal-orientated leader. How like for me, it's all about creating impact, creating also my own legacy as a leader. Um, I feel my strengths, my gifts, my talents is what creates me as a leader, and also my creative nature, and also being open to connecting with others that also forms me, who I am as a leader, um, and I just love connecting with people. I'm a people connector, so that's a that's also a great quality for me as a leader. Um, I like to, with my gifts and talents that I'm blessed with, I like to educate, inspire, motivate community of other developing leaders, other leaders out there in this world, helping helping them. In my case, it would be helping them uh, create the presence that they want, helping them be seen, be heard, be remembered, get their own voices out there as well, and to create the change that they want. And I do this through my creativity, through 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 the through the media, through arts, through the digital media, um, turning their ideas into visuals, into clear messages, that connect with people. So what also makes me lead is also my inspirational nature. Again, I like to inspire and educate people with my gifts, um, and I'm always open to help others be heard, be seen, um, and I like to and yeah, I always have an open ear for others. If there's anything particular they want to share, for instance, like when I work with my clients, or even if it's a prospect or a connection, um, I'm always open to finding the way and how I can help them, as well as allowing them to offer what they can do for me. It's finding ways with how we can support one another, and help each other grow. Um, so
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. So I heard creativity, education, helping others to become their very best selves, and all of that. So, Namita, how would you like, or how will future generations, do you believe, how will future generations benefit from the work that you are doing today?
So yeah, and we're talking about younger generations, aren't we? Talking,
Yes,
yeah.
and
So
beyond.
yeah,
Because
so
we know
younger
that video
generations.
is a long living, it's a long living means of content creation. So we expect what we put on online to live long. So
Yeah,
it's expected that years down the road that some of the work that you're creating today will also be seen by the next generation and future generations. So how would you hope that future generations will be able to benefit from the work that you're doing now?
yeah. So everything is online. Like the younger generations today and beyond, they're the digital generation. They're growing up with content around them. They're grown up. They're going to be brought up with social media being around them. So that's going to be essential. Like using social media, creating a good online presence. And it's no longer an option now. It's key. It's key if you want to kickstart your careers, um, build up your portfolio, um, and also create your own platform, build up your community, build up an audience. It's going to be key for younger generations today to stand out and be heard. And again, yes, build their careers, build a presence, because without that, it's yeah, it they're closing their opportunities if you don't have a good social presence. It closes the doors for opportunities. It can also help you with, or can also help them with job opportunities as well. Building good social presence, uh, connect, great connections, even make friends. Um, so yeah, I feel social media is becoming even more valuable today. It's increasing its use. We're using it to buy products, buy services, um, also network as well. So in terms of networking, socializing, career building, um, and and even entertainment, leisure purposes, it's 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 becoming a key tool for our younger generations today. And businesses now, if they want to target younger generations, they're targeting a young audience, then you cannot thrive without social media. Um, if you're doing any work in collaboration with the young generation, you have to use social media nowadays. Have a good, strong online presence, because without that, you're definitely closing the doors. You have to be where the young generation is, and that's online. Um, Using video content, particularly, will be key uh, as well. Um, So I had my marketer's hat on, and I asked my sister a question. So my sister, she's Gen Z generation. She's born after 2000, year 2000, and she's always on TikTok and always on Instagram. She's not on Facebook. She's not on YouTube. She's always on TikTok and Instagram. And I asked her, why do you prefer TikTok and Instagram than Facebook? Why do you like TikTok in particular? And she said to me, it's quick, it's easy. The videos are short. It's just there. It's quick and easy. So that's advice there on how content should be in the future. It has to be short, sharp, straight to the point. And that's how the young generation
Absolutely.
like to consume their content. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree. I hope I didn't interrupt your last point. Go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. That was the point. So there was two. So yeah, it will truly affect the younger generation today in terms of their career. It can be, yeah, their career development, leisure time, professional development, uh, and yeah, and also, oh yeah, and also social, um, and again, yeah, and short form content now. It's trending. That's how they consume content. They want content that's easy and quick, straightforward. So that's a key message to every business out there targeting young generations.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I wholeheartedly believe that, the online presence is the way to go, especially if you're trying to communicate either a message or a business. Um, but we also know that the online social media world can be a nasty place at the same time. And especially amongst young people, I know there's been studies that have done that social media can actually affect the mental well-being as well as the esteem of young people, young adults, even some grown people my age and things like that. And sometimes the language online can become toxic and not necessarily so friendly, so to speak. So you know that one of my, as far as the foundation of my business, that I believe that the effective power of love, that it is a game changer for those of us who are in business. I believe that it does give us an edge to be innovative in business, to be powerful in leadership. So it allows us to be fully present, whether it's for our audiences or our teams or our clients or our stakeholders, as well as helps us to become knowledgeable as far as in our industry trends and all of that. So I do believe that love is a game changer and actually have room in our business models. What would you say? Well, this is a two-part question. First and foremost, how do you tangibly implement the functionality of love into your business model? And how would you also encourage some of your clients to make sure that love, not necessarily in a sappy component way, but that the functionality or tangibly to incorporate love into the work that they do? So that's a two-part question. How do you incorporate
Okay.
love into your business, and how would you encourage your clients to do the same?
Okay. So one way I like to bring in love in my business is, first of all, one, it's through my own presence, my own online presence. Um, I like to create an inspirational vibe. I like to inspire my own audience through the content I create. So whether it's whether it's motivational sayings, quotes, or tips, I like to educate and inspire my audiences through my social media platforms and also my blogs. So that way, that will also give them value. And also, a way I like to show love in my business is it's also when I connect with my clients. I always have an open ear for them. I give them the opportunity to share anything that they may want to feature. If they have any questions, any issues they have, uh, I I'm simply here to serve them. Um, I'm always open for. I like to give solutions and ideas for them as well. So I like to find ways to improve, to help them grow, whether it's their online presence or themselves as entrepreneurs. So, as well as just working on their presence only, I like to also give them advice, inspire them on how they can perform as better entrepreneurs, how they can thrive as entrepreneurs. It's more, so this is more like my consulting and coaching hat. So I give them that bonus there, and in just giving them some business advice as well, just delivering a little bit more than what they asked. And for me, that's it's also all about delivering quality to them as well. I like to um, I like to do that. And for me, a great way to express love is just connection, like consistent connection with my clients, building good relationships with them, good working relationships, and nourishing them. So for me, it's like relationships, whether it's with prospects or clients. I just like to build that good first impression for them, just being that open ear and finding ways in how I can help them. So that's how I demonstrate love in my business, is just through regular connection and nurturing a relationship, nurturing a professional relationship. And then part two is to tap into their greatness, encouraging them to tap into their unique voices and greatness, that will keep them going. And also just remind them about the reason why they're doing what they're doing. It's giving them encouragement, that motivation, and to just bring this whole idea back of their why they're doing this, their purpose, most of all their purpose, and what makes them unique as leaders. I just like to just remind them of their inner spark, because that's what drives their passion, or that's what drives them to move forward. So for me, it's tapping into their inner greatness and reminding them of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I absolutely love that. And thank you for sharing that with us. So, Namita, as we prepare to wind down our conversation, you have shared so much information with us on today, and I could really hear what it means to you to be an entrepreneur and in the work that you do and how you share and demonstrate your greatness. So, what kind of tips, and especially for women who are uh, ready to take that step, they're considering turning their either dream career or their dream business into a reality. But they haven't necessarily taken that step. It might be a little bit of trepidation there, or a little bit of fear, or even some procrastination. So, what either tip, encouragement, or resource would you give someone, a woman who's looking to step into that space, but they haven't quite taken the leap yet? So, what would you encourage them to do?
My advice would be to do what motivates you, do what excites you, what you're passionate about. Do something that you truly love doing and connect with, that moves your soul. Because if you don't love what you're doing, if it doesn't move your soul, doesn't move you, you're not going to enjoy this business. So really tap into your unique concept, tap into your purpose as an entrepreneur. Will this purpose give me will last long? Will it give me that legacy I'd like to create? So connect strongly with your purpose, and if your soul says yes, and if it really excites you, then you're ready. You're ready to start building this idea, this purpose into a business. So really make sure that this idea connects with you. And also it's not too early to build a presence as well. Even if you're a new business and you've just started out, or you just set up your company, do a presence. Start spreading the message. Start spreading word, because that's how the foundations are created. Just building that presence, let people know that you're open, your business is coming, your services will be releasing soon, or your products are releasing soon. Just build up your presence. It's never too early to do that. because the sooner you build up your presence, the sooner you will build a good community, a good trustworthy community. And yes, you build trust when you build trust and you have connections there and prospects. So tap into your idea, tap into your unique purpose, make sure it excites you, and raise your and don't be afraid to raise your voice to 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 use it.
Absolutely. I love that time that you use, making sure that you're connected to your purpose in an effort to move your soul. I love that. Move your soul. Like, you have to write that down somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to do a blog
We
post or
love to do
something
that,
like
yeah.
that. Moving your soul. I think that's so key. And what about the women who's already stepped into that space? They're already living the dream. They've already started in their dream career, already started their dream business. So they're on the way, but they have run into some roadblocks. So they feel a little bit frustrated or they feel a little bit stuck. How do you help them, or what would you encourage them to do in an effort to keep moving forward?
Okay. So if you're already established and you have this moment of confusion or you're completely stuck, um, go back and think, why am I doing this in the first place? Why have I set out this business? Why have you done what you set out to do? Right? Because then this connects you back to your purpose, back to your motivation, back to your drive. Um, and you ask yourself, how can I make this more enjoyable? How can I make my business work around me? How can I incorporate fun into what I do? And I believe having fun is key to not just your happiness, but to your success. Most of us think fun is just out of work, doing things that's outside of work. But no, we inject fun in every part of our lives, especially in business. So I'd suggest so two things. Um, Tap into your why. Why did you start this business in the first place? So it goes back to your purpose. And another one is, and two, it's have fun. Ask yourself, how can I make this more fun for myself? How can I make this more enjoyable? How can I make my business more fun and enjoyable? And
I
that's all.
love that.
It's all part of creating a career you love.
I love that, being able to create an environment to keep moving forward, of an environment of fun. I know that's something I'm really gonna have to work on. I'm gonna have to work on that myself, Namita. But
Oh,
being able to find more fun, I feel like I'm working all the time.
oh. Mm.
Well, Namita, I declare it has been such an honor to be able to spend some time with you on today and to really just hear your heart and hear from your soul about the work that you do, and just giving us a little bit of insight about your leadership and how you would incorporate love into your business, and also giving us some great resources and some, or at least great encouragement. Now, you do have some resources, you have some free gifts and some opportunities that we would love for you to talk about that we can share with our audience on today. So why don't you talk about your free 30-minute strategy session, as well as how people can connect with you on your Black feed.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm offering free 30-minute uh, strategy sessions uh, to all businesses, entrepreneurs. So in these sessions, this is your opportunity to receive tailored strategy plans from me. I will give you tailored content strategies that will align with your business goals, your vision, your objectives, your target audience, and your business. So you go away with a nice content strategy plan that will help you create a presence that connects, engages, and converts into opportunities. So in this strategy session, I give you that tailored strategy plan that's specific to your business, and so that you create a presence that generates more opportunities, more clients, more subscribers, and accomplishes your goals.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that information with us, Namita. And we're going to make sure that it's going to be in the description of this video on how to connect with you for this strategy sessions, as well as with your blog feed. So we're really excited. I just want to say thank you so much for being with us on today. Any last words that you want to share with the audience before we dismiss?
Well, I'm very grateful and to be here to share my voice and be able to inspire other like-minded women entrepreneurs. So thank you, Teresa. And yeah, it's been a great honor. And if you want to connect with me, I'm really happy to connect. You can connect with me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on my website. And my blog feed, you can follow my blog feed, Grow My Brand for Success Now, which is on my website. So I'm open to connect, have conversations, and create great things together.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Namita, we want to say thank you so much for joining us. And so, ladies, we want to also say thank you for joining us for another episode of the Women's Leadership Mindset. We have had the honor of having Namita Kabilas, marketing consultant and copywriter of Namita Kabilas Marketing, all the way from London in the UK. And so, again, please feel free to connect with her. You can reach out to her on her website at www.namitakabilas.com. You can also reach out to her at Namita Kabilas on Instagram as well as LinkedIn. You can reach her by email at namitakabilas.com, as well as to connect to her blog feed at www.namitakabilas.com/grow my brand. So we want to say thank you so much for joining us for another episode. As always, here's to the journey, and let us move forward.